This is our first meditation of the week, so I've kind of missed you guys this week. I hope you've continued to meditate on your own. Had a lot of business meetings and such this week that I kind of conflicted with the times that I could meditate with you, so I had to do it extra early. So friends, I wanted to talk as people are joining on just really quick about a couple postures. Sometimes I say, okay, some people like the posture of meditation to be laying completely flat. If you do, you just want your hands down by your sides and your palms up. So you're just laying flat, just completely here. Another way I love to meditate is to come into child's pose. And here's child's pose is just a very humbling posture for meditation. And you just kind of take your arms out long, stretch them as long as you can, and bring your either cheek to the mat. You can bring your forehead to the mat as well, or either cheek to the mat, and just kind of rest in this posture. And then, of course, they're seated, which I'm going to be in this morning. And I wanted to invite you to my hiding place. That's what we're going to be talking about this morning in meditation, is just creating some beautiful space where it's kind of just like your hiding place, your place to be alone with God. So I've shared this with you. I've meditated back here with you guys before, and it's just a little place that is my husband created for me way in the very back of my house, as far back in my house that you can be. And it's just behind everything. It's got a lot of greenery back here, a lot of earth, and it's just a beautiful place to be. So I'm going to be in a seated posture. If you would like to join me in a seated posture, you want to keep your navel to your spine, sit up nice and tall from your crown to your tailbone. You want one line of energy, and then just softly place your hands on your knees. And we will get started by first connecting with our breath. And whether you are in the openness of your home, or you've already created some little hiding place off in a corner in your home or outside in your backyard, or if you're hiking, so many people have told me they're listening as they hike. That's a beautiful place to be, out in the desert or the mountains or the woods, and just kind of finding that hiding place where you can spend this time with God. So let's start by connecting with our breath. And we'll take a nice deep inhale through your nose, sitting up nice and tall. Nice deep exhale through your nose. If you're in a seated posture, or you're in a laying down posture or child's pose this morning, just softly close your eyes. And as you take your next inhale and breathe in, feel your chest rise, feel your ribs expand through your back, and feel that oxygen flow all the way down to your lower belly. Nice, deep breath. So this morning, friends, as we meditate together, I just want you to find your own unique rhythm. And as I guide you to say breathe in 4 to 5 seconds, if you could breathe in 6 or 7, just breathe into your capacity of a nice deep inhale through your nose, and then the exhale even longer if you can. It's Friday, people like to say. So here we are, making it through another week. For most of us, it's been a long week. A lot of information, a lot of solidarity, a lot of seclusion, a lot of confusion. We're going to be closing this week with the beautiful awareness of knowing that any time throughout the day, we can come to this place that we want to call our hiding place, where we're just spending time with God, allowing our connection to bring us what our soul needs. In meditation, that's really what it's about, is feeling the connection. Sometimes we hear too many messages in the world, often, most time, too many messages from the world, that we don't take the time to come to a hiding place where we can just find rest and peace and reconnect with hope and feel love. So just breathing with your breath, knowing that the Holy Spirit in literal translation is the breath of life. As you take your next inhale, breathe in all the gifts that He has to offer that you need at this time. It'll be different for each one of us, friends. Breathe in peace and patience, goodness and kindness, Breathe in self-control. Breathe in healing. So many of us right now need healing on one level or another. Breathe in healing. Those of you that are hiking out there now, I am even imagining in my mind's eye how beautiful that space is for you, that hiding place, that taking you away from your day-to-day living space is your hiding place, your time with God. This morning I have a short devotional I want to read to you. This book is really special to me. It's called Jesus Calling. I've read it a couple years with one child, and that was a very special time where every morning we would read this together on both of our way, well, on his way to work, while I would read while he was driving. And then this now with my daughters, we're going through this again, and we are reading through it again. And this morning I love because it says that we're in training. I feel like life, we're always in training. But in training you to be steady and have steadiness. Too many things interrupt your awareness of me. This is as if Jesus is speaking. I know you live in a world of sight and sound. And it's hard to not become a slave to that stimuli, always wanting to have some kind of noise going on in our head. We're so used to it, friends. That's what's so beautiful about meditation, where we take the time to be still and step away from the world. Don't let unexpected events throw you off course. Rather, respond calmly and confidently. Remember that I am with you. And as soon as something grabs your attention away from me and calls you, take the time to bring your attention back to me, sharing the joys and the pains. Friends, we're learning to live from a place of resting in God. So if we start our life and our mindsets of seeking that hiding place, this space right here where you're just breathing and connecting. There's no expectation here this morning together, zero. We're just here and present, breathing and listening. Learning to live from a resting place in God where we don't allow the way too high or the way too lows to get us off course of connection. When you're in meditation, if you need to adjust yourself, to switch legs out, to take a deep inhale, maybe even raise your hands and bring them right back down, that's okay, friends. Any adjustment to bring yourself back to a place of stillness if you're in a seated posture or lying down. And if your mind wanders in meditation, even as it says in this little devotional, just acknowledge the wandering, the concerns of the day maybe, and then as you exhale, let them kind of just go away so that you're so very present with your connection, with your dedicated time in this beautiful hiding space. And just breathe. Our whole existence is in training. Training to become all we're intended to be, to navigate through life, hoping each day we simply do it a little better than the day before. That's all. By learning to live from a place of resting in God. Think about that for a moment and just breathe. If we learn to live from a place where we're resting in God. So as the anxieties tend to creep up, which they will, the worry, the fret, as it tends to kind of bubble up inside of you, it's a matter of training ourselves to go to that hiding place, that resting place, where maybe we just take a couple deep breaths throughout the day and know that here, in any moment of the day, we're not alone. And the more we return to this resting place, this hiding place where it's spirit to spirit connection, the more peaceful life will be, the more joyful life will be. Proverbs 18:10 says the Lord is our strong tower. It's like our protection. We can run there. We can find peace there. We can be safe in the presence. I love the words in the devotional. It says, refuse to panic. Refuse to panic. Go to that hiding place where you're breathing, where it's flowing, where you feel connected. Where you release your fears and rest in that beautiful hiding place. Let's remind you to take that nice deep inhale, breathe it in nice and deep, really fill those lungs up, feel your chest rise, your ribs expand, 4 to 5 seconds, 6 if you can, and then exhale. Let's do that again, and this time at the top of your breath, we're going to pause, so breathe it in, nice and full, and then the top of your breath, just pause, and then exhale, bring it all the way out, let that air just go all the way out to the bottom of your breath, hold, pause. Do that again, inhale, all the way to the top, and pause. Exhale all the way down, and pause. And let's flow again, inhaling and exhaling. Refuse to panic, release the fears. Step into that hiding place, the resting place. We're in training, friends. Life's a journey, we know that. Each day, maybe navigating through it just a little bit better than yesterday. Never expecting perfection. I'm training you in steadiness. Too many things interrupt your awareness of me throughout the day. I know that you live in a world of sight and sound, but we don't need to be a slave to that stimuli. If you even take a moment to think of all the different information, conversation, it's a constant stimuli. And some of that is necessary and beautiful. But never allowing it to be so consuming that it takes us away from our connection, our resting place, our place that we can run to any time of the day, friends. That's the beauty. Any time of the day, you can pause. Even in a business meeting, you can pause and just take an internal deep inhale and exhale. Even in the midst of children running all around you, take a nice deep inhale and just pause for a moment and bring your spirit back to that connected space, that resting place, that hiding place. As we learn to return there quicker and more often, our life will be filled with more peace and more joy. I love when it says, don't let unexpected events throw you off course. Well, friends, this is a huge unexpected event that we're all living in right now. All the more opportunity to train our hearts, our souls, our minds, to retreat and find that a beautiful word, friends, to retreat to our hiding place. Our resting place. As my shirt says, our happy place. Our happy place. Refuse to panic, release our fears, and return to our resting place. Friends, we're going to come into our final song, and it's an absolutely beautiful song. Talks about specifically what we're meditating on today, about letting this beautiful hiding place be our connection with God, a place we can go to anytime. It doesn't need to be a physical space. It's a spiritual space. Enjoy your last song. Continue to breathe, friends. Wherever you're at, if you're hiking, pause for a moment, maybe as you're listening to the song, and just connect exactly where you're at. Lying down, child's pose, great time for this posture, just arms stretched out, humbled.
You are my hiding place. You always fill my heart with songs of deliverance. Whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. the weak say I am strong in the strength of the Lord. You are my hiding place. You always fill my heart with songs of deliverance. Whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. Let the weak say I am strong in the strength of the Lord. I will trust in always fill my heart with songs of deliverance. Whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you.
So friends, as we close out this meditation time together, I'm going to actually post that song. It's an absolutely beautiful song. It's one of my go-to songs when I want to be reminded and inspired to seek this beautiful, resting, hiding space. Wherever you're at, you can stay. If you're in a seated posture, you could bring your hands to heart center, softly closing your eyes and just bowing your heads. In Proverbs 18:10, we're just reminded that we can run to you at any time and feel absolutely, undeniably safe in that beautiful, resting, hiding place. I pray that each and every one of us will refuse to panic, release our fears, and just return to rest. Refuse to panic, release our fears, and return to rest. We're in a training, friends. Life's a journey. Navigating through it is not easy, but this space that we just visited for 15 minutes is available to us at any time throughout the day. We just need to stop and pause, breathe, and allow ourselves to be connected. And thank you, God, for the invitation into this beautiful, peaceful, amazing, resting, hiding place. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. Peace. I will see those of you that want to join me tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for a gentle yoga class. I hope to see you there. I have gathered all the music for the kids yoga, so we're going to be doing a kids yoga too. We'll be posting that time as well. I hope to see your kids online doing some yoga too. That would be amazing. Have a beautiful Friday, friends.